All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to the broadcast. We're going to start you out with what's been going on in the Strait of Hormuz. In fact, there was a big skirmish between the U.S. and the Iranians just a few days ago, and we're going to have Jack tell us all about it. So, Jack, tell me all about the attack on the 3 U.S. destroyers going through the Strait of Hormuz.
3 U.S. Navy destroyers came under coordinated Iranian attack in the Strait of Hormuz on May 7th. The USS Truxtun, USS Rafael Peralta, and USS Mason were hit with missiles, drones, and swarms of fast attack boats coming from multiple directions at once. The Navy, with Apache helicopters providing overwatch, intercepted every single threat. No American ships or sailors were hit. The U.S. struck back at Iranian launch sites and sunk multiple boats. Despite the tactical win, nearly 2,000 commercial ships with over 20,000 crew members are still trapped in the Persian Gulf, and the strait remains closed.
All right, thank you, Jack. All right, now, folks,
You're welcome, Lee.
There is a lot going on in the world today. Now, we talk about Iran and we talk about the attack that they just carried out on the U.S. They also talk about the fact that Pakistan has been negotiating for the U.S. with Iran. But you may not know this about Pakistan.
Are you aware of reports that Pakistan are allowing their bases to be used to park Iranian aircraft? General Kane?
Sir, I've seen one report on that.
Well, is it accurate?
Sir, I think based on the variety of classification matters.
Let me just say, do you agree if it is accurate, that is sort of inconsistent with it being a peace mediator?
Sir, I wouldn't want to comment on that based on the ongoing negotiations in Pakistan's role.
Secretary Hexbeth, if the mediator is allowing reconnaissance aircraft in Iran to be parked in Pakistani air bases, do you think that's consistent with being a fair mediator?
I wouldn't want to get in the middle of these negotiations.
Yeah.
I want
well, I
maximum
do.
efficacy
I
for
want
our
to get in the
people.
middle of these negotiations. I don't trust Pakistan as far as I can throw them. If they actually do have Iranian aircraft parked in Pakistan bases to protect Iranian military assets, that tells me we should be looking maybe for somebody else to mediate. No wonder this damn thing is going nowhere.
Yeah, it's unreal what's going on, but I'm not going to get into all of that. Now, something I did want to get into was Kash Patel was actually testifying on the Hill. But actually, before I get into Kash Patel, let me get into what James O'Keefe and their folks discovered.
I feel like the decision-making processes are a little bit chaotic.
A White House policy advisor opens up about the internal decision-making processes throughout the White House.
I think it's just the overall tone and the government right now is a little bit unusual, trying to fix itself.
Maxim Lott even acknowledges that officials below Trump will often make decisions for the president, presuming what his stance would be.
In theory, everything should sort of come from the president. Yeah. But it might come from the level below him where they're like, I think I know the president well enough to say what he would say on this.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, we would want to do that. That would be popular. And then at my level, like, I don't know, 5 levels below or whatever, still there's a lot of discretion to be like, this is clearly like what we would want to do.
And this is apparently done with no financial analysis or concern. It is just based on assumptions or on what, quote, feels like a good idea.
There's no like, oh, well, this will cost $10 million, but like save people $20 million. There's like nothing like that. It's just like, this feels like a good idea, or like the base supports this or this.
Oh, that's that's funny.
Yeah, you're good. I like the questions you ask.
Oh, thank you.
Be a journalist.
Meanwhile, another White House official, who according to Maxim Lott could be entrusted to make budget decisions on the Trump administration's behalf, openly declares, quote, "We've got to get rid of Trump."
We have to get rid of Trump. Seriously. He's a mess. He's fucking it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. We gotta get rid of him.
Yeah.
Benjamin Elliston claims that Trump is a dangerous madman and insists that no one can know that he feels this way.
He's a madman. Literally. He's invincible. Nothing can stop him. And that's dangerous.
Do people know that how you feel about the president? No.
Oh, but they will. Maxim Lott is an advisor and special assistant to President Trump on the White House Domestic Policy Council. He's been working in the White House since February 2025 and is responsible for high-level domestic policy decisions.
What do you do for work?
Yeah, so my career was in journalism. So
Really? Wow.
I worked, from 1 decade there. I was mostly in New York City. So right now, for the last year, I've been working in government actually as like a policy advisor.
Oh, okay.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah, keep him busy.
Maxim met our undercover journalist on a date in Washington, D.C., and almost immediately he began to lament the decision-making within the White House, claiming that there is no cost analysis or consideration of saving American taxpayer dollars. Decisions that affect every American are made based on assumptions about Trump's intentions, or simply on what, quote, feels like a good idea, and whether they think the base supports it.
I am getting some good stuff done, but it's complex. But
Where do you find the complexities?
like the decision-making processes are a little bit chaotic.
Are they?
Yeah.
What makes it chaotic? Are there too many cooks in the kitchen kind of a thing?
I think it's just the overall tone and the government right now is a little bit unusual. It's trying to fix itself. They're getting some good stuff done, also making some mistakes. There's no cost benefit. There's no this will cost $10 million, but save people $20 million. There's nothing like that. It's just this feels like a good idea, or the base supports this or this.
That's funny.
Maxim even goes on to reveal that White House officials below Trump are often making decisions for him, in his name, based on what they believe Trump would do. Quote, "I think I know the president well enough to say what he would say on this."
In theory, everything should sort of come from the president.
Yeah.
But it might come from the level below him, where they're like, I think I know the president well enough to say what he would say on this.
Oh, okay.
And then so each level below is kind of like an extra level of that. It's like the person right below him is also insanely busy. So it's like the person below that will be like, you would want to do this. And then at my level, 5 levels below or whatever, still there's a lot of discretion to be like, this is clearly what we would want to do.
The policy advisor even gives a specific example. Maxim claims that his team has been working on ways to block or prosecute spam phone calls, just based on their belief that, quote, Trump would want them to do that. That would be popular. And acknowledges that Trump doesn't even know that the White House Domestic Policy Council is working on this. Now, for the record, most Americans would definitely not oppose such a policy, but we felt it was concerning that Trump's Domestic Policy Council is committing such an endeavor without the president's approval or knowledge.
And I also didn't know that stuff going in. It's interesting to see. And, but something like ending spam phone calls, it's we would want to do that. That would be popular. One side project is seeing if we can come up with new rules to prevent spam phone calls.
Where do those come from? Is it? Oh, is it?
They're all overseas. And they just pretend to be a U.S. number. So if there's a way we can figure out to do it, let's do it. That's kind of, that would be an example of that. The president himself has never spoken about spam phone calls. Probably doesn't know we're working on it. Like, yeah.
In light of this claim that Trump's subordinates are making decisions for him without his knowledge, based on their assumptions about his preferences and completely disregarding any kind of cost or budget analysis, we arranged another meeting with a White House budget official to get his perspective on the budgetary and financial decisions being made within the Trump administration.
I brought you something.
You brought me something? No way. Oh my God. That's
It's
great.
for real, right?
It's for real.
Benjamin Elliston is a senior budget analyst and funding manager for the White House. He has been in this role since 2024, which involves overseeing and approving budget funding for various proposals at the White House.
I can't believe this is real.
Really?
I have to touch it. I have to touch it. Give me your hands.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why. Because there is so many fake people online.
I know.
Oh my God, there's so many fake profiles.
It's sad.
It's crazy.
It's sad.
It's crazy. It's so refreshing.
Yeah. So what's your job title again?
Budget analyst and funds analyst.
And you're at the what office again?
Executive Office of the President.
Wow. Okay.
I like it. I like the prestige.
The senior budget official oversees funding and budget management for projects such as the White House ballroom renovation, and goes on to divulge that the funding for the ballroom has been exclusively coming from private donors, which Elliston deems to be problematic and a possible source of corruption.
All that renovation. We oversees all of that stuff.
Oh, really? Do you know how much money that costs?
I think it's something like $300-400 million now. And he's doing more than what he told us initially. Like before it was just a ballroom, but now
Yeah, that's what I
they're
saw. And it's
secret
like everything.
basement for military
Oh my God, really?
operations and stuff. So he claims it's been done, it's been built, been sponsored by all private donations. No one knows where the money is coming from. So and people are just opening up their wallet just.
You guys don't even know where the money comes from? That's like kind of concerning.
It's more than concerning. Like me as a government employee, right? The most I can accept as a gift, any government employee, is like it's $25. Well, you just accept, and he's a government employee too, so it doesn't really matter.
Benjamin goes on to reveal that Trump was also gifted a $400 million jumbo jet from Qatar, which he also deems to be a corruptive influence, and claims that the government is going to spend over $1 billion taxpayer dollars to, quote, retrofit the plane into a new Air Force One.
He just accepted a plane from Qatar.
Trump?
Yeah, a $400 million jumbo jet plane. He can't just find the plane, they have to retrofit the plane. You know, basically turn it into another Air Force One.
Oh.
So he accepted the plane for $400 million. And then they're gonna spend, the last estimate, $1 billion of our taxpayer dollars to retrofit the plane. This is just corruption. It's just blazing and outrageous.
The White House budget official even goes on to accuse the Trump administration of insider trading, claiming that they are intentionally using the war in Iran to manipulate the price of oil for personal financial benefit.
The president knows that he affects how people react to the stock market. So one of the things that it looks like it's going on and going on a lot is insider trading. Like, for instance, with the war going on in Iran, the price of oil is expensive, shoot up, right? The raw crude that they use to make the gasoline.
Do you know how much we're like spending on this war?
They estimated roughly says $1 billion a day.
A day?
A day. $1 billion a day we're spending.
The claims made by Benjamin here are certainly quite concerning and newsworthy. And to be clear, it's not illegal for Benjamin to voice these concerns. However, if people like Benjamin are being given authority to make decisions on behalf of the Trump administration or Trump himself, this could severely compromise the administration's goals. And things take a much darker turn as the date goes on. Benjamin starts to open up even more to our journalist about having a much stronger disdain for Trump than he initially revealed, using charged language, repeatedly stating, "We've got to get rid of him."
We have to get rid of Trump. Seriously. He's a mess. He's fucking it up for everybody. Everybody. We gotta get rid of him. Honestly. With him at the top, it's next to impossible to do anything. He's a madman. Literally. He's invincible. Nothing can stop him. And that's dangerous. The way his decisions are so erratic, you would think he drinks. He doesn't drink. And that's what makes it so dangerous, that someone could be of sound mind and body, totally coherent, could just be so reckless in their decision making. Yeah. That's scary.
Wow.
As Benjamin proceeds to reiterate over and over that Trump should never be president, saying ominous things like, "This is where it stops," the undercover journalist asked Benjamin whether his co-workers at the White House are aware that he holds so much hatred towards the president. And he replies, no, they can't know.
For some reason, they feel like America was getting too diverse, too liberal. Is being under attack and being suppressed and threatened to be a minority. So all these programmers doing that, so they want to stop it. Never be president.
That is insane.
For me, it's that simple.
That's insane.
That's where it stops.
Yeah.
So never.
No. Do people know that how you feel about the president?
No, you can't.
No.
The reason for this publication is to show you the level of disdain that many in the White House currently hold against their commander-in-chief. And if what Trump's own advisor, Maxim Lott, says is true, that Trump's subordinates often have the power to make decisions for him.
In theory, everything should sort of come from the president.
Yeah.
But it might come from the level below him where they're like, I think I know the president well enough to say what he would say on this.
Then we find it highly concerning that people like Benjamin should be in such a position to make decisions on behalf of the Trump administration while holding such a hostile perspective towards those that he is supposed to be serving. It begs the question, how secure are the Trump administration's goals when such high-level officials are actively motivated against Trump's agenda?
Hello. Hey, is this Benji? Speaking. I'd like to get your comment. You said, quote, "We've got to get rid of Trump." What are you planning on doing to get rid of the president? That's your quote. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
We have to get rid of Trump. Seriously.
You said, quote, "We've got to get rid of Trump. He's dangerous. That's where it stops." What did you mean by that? I don't know what you're talking about.
We also reached out to Maxim Lott. He said, quote, "I went out with an individual I thought was a genuine person, but it goes to show how insidious politics in the city can be. Nothing I said was contradictory of this administration. I remain fully committed in helping carry out its agenda."
And as always, if you are on the inside of any government agency, federal, state, or local office, and you see corruption, if you know the American people are being lied to, reach out to us. Email us at
Yeah, you can email them. They'd love to hear from you. Now, some folks in, I believe it was the Netherlands, they decided that they were going to open up a facility to a bunch of illegal immigrants. And the illegal immigrants protested. Hey, Jack, tell us about the immigrants burning down the facility and blocking the fire department from getting there. Oh, come on, Jack. All right, so tell us about the fire that the protesters set to prevent the immigrants from moving in. What the hell? Come on, Jack. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Okay, so tell us about the fire that the protesters lit to prevent the 100 and some immigrants from moving in.
Yeah, that was in Springfield, Ohio.
No,
back
it
in
wasn't.
August
You're out of your mind. You are horrible today.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me what I'm missing.
It was in the previous conversation. Never mind. You're retired for the night.
Good
Okay.
night, then.
So let me get the information here. Since Jack is failing me once again. So protesters, after 2 weeks of protests, the school of which was being turned into an asylum center for 240 illegal immigrants, was set on fire tonight in Utrecht in the Netherlands. The protesters also blocked the roads, so it made it impossible for firefighters to be able to get to the fire. Now, speaking of fire, no other than Kash Patel lit a fire under Chris Van Hollen in a exchange between Van Hollen and Kash Patel regarding the FBI. And here is that exchange. It was quite heated.
Senator Van Hollen and I are going to just have a couple of wrap-up questions, and then we'll conclude the hearing, and I'll turn to Senator Van Hollen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Director Patel, I've been listening carefully to your responses to some of my colleagues, and I want to start with a question that Senator Coons asked you that relates to this article where the headline is Kash Patel's latest firings ousted agents with expertise in Iran. The article says that these individuals were fired for their role in the classified documents investigations of Donald Trump. First of all, is that true?
The article, just like all the other articles you cited, is false, and there's ongoing litigation, so I can't address it.
Okay. You did answer Senator Coons, and I understood your answer to be that the people that were fired, that none of them were part of the group that had Iran expertise. Is that your answer?
No, he asked if they were Iran experts. I said they were not.
Were the group fired? Did it include people who were Iran experts?
No.
Did it include people who were involved in counter-espionage activities with respect to Iran?
I don't have the list in front of me.
So you don't know whether or not you fired people with counter-espionage experience with respect to Iran? You don't know the answer to that question?
I terminated anyone and everyone that weaponized law enforcement.
I see. So it was related, obviously, to the classified documents case. So
that's not what I said.
Well, Director Patel, I understood you to say in response to Senator Murray that you've not redirected FBI resources toward the immigration enforcement effort.
That's not what I said.
Okay. Have you redirected resources away from your core FBI responsibilities toward the mass deportation effort?
No one at the FBI has been permanently reassigned on the immigration front, and when we pull the numbers, the FBI's overall operational field expenditures surged periodically for immigration enforcement activities, including the arrest of 2,000 people with direct ties to foreign terrorist organizations, was 2.4%.
So, okay. So the key word there, I guess, was permanently. You have not permanently reassigned. Is that what you reassigned temporarily?
Surges, yes, sir.
Okay. Have you had a chance to listen to or read about Brian Driscoll's statements about what you said to him and the reasons for his firing?
No, I have not, sir.
So let me just say this, Mr. Director. In your response to me earlier, where you had a little bit of a blow up, you made a couple provably false statements.
So did you.
No, Mr. Director, I was reading about and asking you to respond to allegations that are made. In fact, I was giving you an opportunity to do that, and you took that opportunity. But in the process, you made these provably false statements that I know are sort of like urban legend in right-wing media about margaritas in El Salvador, which is provably false. And so coming from the mouth of an FBI director to make provably false statements in a hearing like this is extremely troubling. And it it leads me to ask whether or not the other things you've been saying are false statements. And so because that's a provably false statement. You made a couple others that are provably false. And this is from the mouth of the FBI director.
The only one that made false statements is you.
My final question to you, Mr. Director, is do you know that it is a crime to lie to Congress? Do you know that? That's my last question.
I have not lied to Congress.
I didn't ask you that.
Lied to Congress is you.
I'm not testifying here, sir, and I don't lie.
Maybe the next time you run up a $7,000 bar tab, we can talk about it.
Well, see, there you go, lying again. You suggested
in the FEC report. I'll post it right now.
You suggested it was public. It wasn't public money, as you know. That was for a 50-member staff party.
So it was a $7,000 bar tab.
Mr. Patel, I'm glad. Let me just say in closing, Mr. Chairman, two things. I'm glad that you have agreed to take the test regarding, whether you have alcohol problems. I'm glad you agreed with me to do that. You still haven't answered my final question. Do you know, Mr. Director, that it is a crime to lie to Congress? Do you know that?
I do not lie to Congress.
I didn't ask you that.
And you're insinuating that I am.
I asked you whether you know.
You want to correct your time in this session where you got steamrolled by the facts so you can have a Twitter narrative.
Mr.
So you can
Director,
raise more money and spend more money on $7,000 bar tab.
Just let the record
I'm not
show,
going to give
Mr.
it
Chairman.
to you.
The Director of the FBI apparently does not want to answer the question about whether or not it's a crime to lie to Congress, and I find that extremely troubling.
I find it troubling that you lie to the American people every day.
You are a disgrace, Mr. Director.
Not nearly as big as
the fact that you can't answer that question, I will. That concludes my questioning, Mr. Chairman. But I'm obviously very troubled.
Now, folks, that's not all that's going on or burning right now. This is a version of Russian Darwinism. The Russians captured this old S-300 system, and some genius Russian decided that to destroy it, he would shoot it. The problem is that was the last stupid decision he ever made because, well, he probably didn't make it through it.
Готов? Готов. Огонь.
Yeah, there's your genius Russian soldier. So if you haven't joined the KLW World News Network, you should. Go to klwworldnews.com and get signed up there. If you want to get notified anytime we're going live, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/KLW News. Hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, we're speaking with YouTube in regards to monetizing our bigger channel. We're hoping to hear back from them in the coming days. Also, we are going to continue to do war watches here, and I'll get one of those started here a little later tonight. Also, we will be doing, I'm hoping to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but we're going to hope to this weekend, and I've had to postpone my trip. I will not be leaving here tomorrow. I have some mechanical issues with the Intimidator that need to be taken care of. I've got equipment that needs to be installed in the Intimidator, and gas at $5 or more a gallon seems to be an issue because of the simple fact that
we don't have any money.
So because of that, we will not be departing. We don't do DEF CONs here. Nobody knows what the DEF CON is, and anybody that claims that they do has no idea what they're talking about. Also, anybody who actually knows what the DEF CON is and repeats it is actually breaking national security rules. So we don't do DEF CONs. Anyway, with that, we are going to call it a night here. We will start a war watch a little later. We also need to keep an eye on Cuba. And maybe we should do it in 4K. What do you guys think? Anyway, let me know your thoughts and put your comments below. Thanks for being here, and we will see you guys the next time.